Welcome to What's That About podcast, investigative journalism on trending topics with an urban perspective. We also cover some topics that aren't trending if they need to be addressed. Today, we are talking about child support, postpartum, and why do so many couples seem to break up after having a child. Stay tuned, find out, and remember to like, subscribe, comment, and share. And remember, I'm not only your host, I'm also your brother. I am Brother Nice. So let's talk about it. Why do so many couples seem to break up after having a child? Now, from the people I spoke to, the most common answer I got was communication. Now, as men, a lot of us don't understand all the things that can go on inside of a woman's body that can cause her to have mood swings, that can cause her to be depressed or just have a funky attitude. You know, these are internal issues that women can go through, and some women might not even understand what they're going through. I know it gets complex, but as a man, if your girlfriend or if your wife has a funky attitude and you ain't do nothing wrong, you looking at her like, why are you acting like that? I didn't do anything wrong. But we don't even understand it's something that's going on inside of her body. So that's why in this video, we're going to also talk about postpartum, because I'm pretty sure most men never heard of postpartum, or if they heard about it, they don't really even know what it is. But I'm pretty sure it can also cause some couples to break up. So the purpose of this video is to maybe educate men and women how to understand each other a little better and some of the things that we both can go through. And shout out to my son's mother, man, because when she was pregnant, I'm pretty sure I was the worst because I didn't understand what she was going through. I didn't understand why she had an attitude 85% of the time. You know, I'm looking at her like, what's your issue? And I'm not even thinking she has a whole nother body growing inside of her. Her feet are swollen. Her back hurt. She got all type of cravings. She's upset because she put on so much weight because she's pregnant. And most men, we don't even take these things into consideration. So maybe this video can help us be a little bit more sensitive to what women are going through. And maybe this video can just help us give us a better success rate of staying together after having a child. So let's hit the streets and let's get some other people's opinion on why so many couples seem to break up after having a child. Peace. We're out here in Bed-Stuy tonight. Bumped into my dude, Drop Top TV. And since this video was about single parenting, baby mothers, baby fathers, I thought I would get his opinion on why does he think that couples break up so fast after having children.
Man, listen. Truthfully, to keep it official, man, I'm gonna get straight to the point. I feel like when you have people that get together, right, before they have children, not everyone, but everyone is tapped in a little bit more to the sexual side. You know what I mean? To where, not saying that it's bad, but they so tapped into the sexual side that they don't tap into actually getting to know the other being that they're with. Right. I feel what you're saying. You feel what I'm saying? So
okay, I like where you're going with this.
Yeah. And basically, long story short, because I can speak from experience, man. I felt like I should have I should have been more so getting to know my children's mother a little bit more, as far as understanding her, where she come from, how she think, how she maneuver, and last but not least, her love language.
Bro, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I just want to salute you because I did not expect this answer from you, Drop.
Yeah, you know, man.
You already know. Deeper than I thought, but I love it. Keep going,
yeah,
bro.
You feel what I'm saying? It's a different
perspective. I never thought about this.
And we gotta start tapping into each other's love language, man. Because like me, people don't know my love language. You feel what I'm saying? Like, for instance, just to stay on topic, my kid's mother, after we had children, just not to put my business out there, but it's the humility part. It's not more so put my business, it's the humility part so everybody else could talk about something that they could go through also. Right. So the humility part of it is, yeah, we didn't make it after. You feel what I'm saying? But I feel like we didn't make it after because what I wanna inspire and lead by example is taking accountability. Dope. We wanna say I. We don't wanna lead shit by saying she, or what it was, I. So I'm gonna say I could have had a little bit more patience for myself as a man. Could have had more patience. I didn't really probably know how to love the right way. You feel what I'm saying? I was still immature. And then truthfully,
hold on, let me get this motorcycle. All right, go ahead.
Truthfully, A lot of cats wouldn't really want to mention this, but I wasn't getting to the bag the way I was getting to the bag. I wasn't bringing in my finances the way I was supposed to be bringing in my finances.
Full disclaimer, man, I gotta put this out there, man. If you're wondering why my eyes are so red, it's my allergies. Gotta put that out there, because my auntie be done call me up like, boys, you smoking that dope? And I'll be like, weed? Nah, auntie, it's my allergies. You know how you got that one auntie in your family that you really respect? I mean, like y'all so close. She's more of like an extension of your mother. Like y'all mad cool. Yeah, it's that one auntie. I'm not talking about the auntie that come to the cookout with the little shorts and the big breasts knocking over the potato salad. Nah, not her. But anyway, back to the video. My man Drop. Shout out to Drop from Drop Top TV. Make sure y'all follow him on IG. But he was saying some real interesting things, man. I was shocked because I've known this dude for years. Like, he really gave some deep responses. I'm like, pause. But he really gave some deep reactions, what I should say. You know what I mean? And I was shocked, man. But what he touched on was right. Sometimes I can't speak for women, but for me, like, I know guys, we be caught up like in the sex part. In the beginning of the relationship, you know what I mean? Because, you know, we just got with the girl and it's so new and everything is so right. I don't know how women feel. I can't speak for women, but maybe they be caught up too, you know what I'm saying? And we start off wearing condoms. You know how it go. And then if you rocking with her for a couple months, some dudes don't even take a couple months. Like, I'm giving some of y'all too much credit. But anyway, you know what I mean? Most dudes might, you know, be with a girl, and after a couple months they get a little comfortable, and before you know it, they trying to pull out game, and then the next thing you know, boom, she missed the period, and y'all having a baby. So yeah, let's talk about finances though. We're gonna start right there. Let's talk about the bag, aka the finances. Now, Young Thug, he went on social media and he said something that I thought was kind of wild. He was saying that he don't think poor people should reproduce. Like, he don't think poor people should have babies. I'm gonna let y'all hear it in his words if y'all didn't hear it.
Need a new oath, bro. If you a broke ass nigga, you should not be. God need to set some rules, bro. We need new rules. Need a new oath, bro. If you a broke ass nigga, you should not be able to nut. Because you bringing poor kids into this world for, nigga, you making niggas rob and kill and steal because you running around with no type of career, no nothing. Having kids. Now your kids growing up want shit. Your kids growing up looking at Thug and his game.
So that was Young Thug saying he don't think broke people should have babies. Now, before I say anything about that video, let me just say this. I hate the word broke. Like, I mean, I despise it with a passion. I mean, to the point, if someone is around me and they say they broke, it irritates the hell out of me. Like, I gotta stop them literally and be like, yo, don't say that. Like, your direct deposit ain't hit yet. Your funds ain't come yet. You know what I mean? But don't call yourself broke. Because most people don't even understand that broke is a mentality. And a lot of people don't understand that words have power. That's why they call spells, the way you spell them out. So you got to watch what you speak over your life. So please, don't do me a favor. Don't ever call yourself broke. Trust me when I tell you your life would be so much better if you just don't call yourself broke. Trust me. God made us abundant. We just have to think that way. Now, back to what Young Thug was saying, right? He was saying he don't think broke people should have babies, right? So let me ask y'all this, and y'all can answer in the comments. How much money do you think a couple should have stacked up? How much money should they have in the bank before they had their first child? So I Googled this, right? And Google said a couple should have $21,000 in the bank before they have their first child. 21 bands. Now, me and you know, it normally don't happen like that. And I feel like the main reason it don't happen like that, because most pregnancies that I know, they wasn't planned. Like, I've never had none of my homies come up to me and say, yo, son, I'm trying to have a kid. Nah, that's not how it went down. They come up to me like, damn, son. I'm like, yo, what up? Shorty pregnant. That's how it normally happens from my experiences. You know what I mean? But think about this, though. Google was saying you should have $21,000 saved up before you have your first child. But in all actuality, 70% of Americans have less than $1,000 in their savings account because 70% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. So that means only 30% of the population or whatever have kids. The other 70 will never populate. So I don't really understand how that's supposed to, balance out. But anyway, y'all let me know below. And let me tell you something my homegirl Mia said one time, and I thought this was funny, and you might think it's a joke, but she was dead serious when she said it, and it made so much sense. She said, God is a genius because he made sex feel good. And she was saying how if sex didn't feel good, none of us would do it, which means we would never have kids and there would never be no population. So I thought that was deep. Y'all don't think that's that deep? Just me? Man, whatever. Anyway, we back outside. Okay, so we're sitting here with Danielle, and I'm getting her opinion on why so many couples break up after having children.
So the reason why couples break up is because y'all ladies are out here having babies to keep that man. You knew he wasn't shit and wasn't going to be about shit, but y'all still had that baby thinking y'all were going to make the relationship work. That's why the couples break up. Because then y'all realize after having them babies, he still ain't going to be shit. And now y'all mothers, and you know your first responsibility is to take care of them kids. And as y'all should. And that's why y'all break up, because y'all finally don't have time for the bullshit anymore. Now, let's be very clear.
Okay.
I'm here for the bullshit too, ladies. The only difference between me and you is I'm not giving that nigga a baby until he act right. And that's period.
Okay.
And that's on the ring.
Okay, sis was not playing. She spoke definitely what was on her mind. Now, before I respond to what she said, I want to play this little video right here because I think it's in perfect alignment with what that sister was saying.
If 2 + 2 = 4, and bitches so smart they know that niggas only want coochie, why the fuck do these bitches keep having these niggas babies that accidentally not them? The U.S. government offers food stamps, child support, insurance, and in some cases, housing authority to single... I told you!
Ladies, I need to holler at y'all because I really want to know what type of timing do some of y'all be on, because I've heard women say out of their own mouth they just want a baby. They don't even care if the father's there to help them raise it. They just want a baby. And I'm like, what type of mentality is that to have? Like, you think having the father of your child in their life adds no value, no significance, nothing. You just want a baby. And now it makes me feel like that's why women pick some of the men they pick to have children with, is because they don't care or even expect the man to be there anyway. So now I'm thinking that when women have children, it's not, when they ready to have a child, they just gonna have it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's not even about who it is. It's whoever they were at the time. You know, because I'm pretty sure we all seen some girls that were pretty, seemed like they had it all together, and they go and have a baby by somebody, and you be like, what? Why? But now I'm starting to believe they was just ready to have a baby. And like I said, it didn't matter. It's just whoever they was with at the time, you know? Now, our next topic is a very, very touchy one, man. Child support.
Because then when it gets deep enough where you snatch the license away and the passport away, they really, technically, the woman don't even want the paper. They just want to have you by the balls. It's this thing they call, I got you by the balls, man.
I told y'all it gets touchy. When you talk about child support with some men, you are going to trigger some trauma because some men have really been through it. Now, some women out there watching this might say, well, he did it to himself. He wasn't doing what he was supposed to do. But what about all the men that were taking care of their child? And their child's mother still went to the courts and put them on paper, either out of spite or just trying to make that man's life more difficult. What about those situations?
But I don't got no kids, let's be very clear on that.
Right.
But at the same time, some of you ladies be putting that man on child support because you're also upset, which isn't fair either. So I understand if he ain't shit and you know he ain't gonna be shit, but you still need money for them clothes, I got it. That makes perfect sense. But for you ladies who can take care of yourselves, and you know you can provide for your own children and you still putting that man on child support because you're hurt, that's not right.
They need to hear this. Right. So let me ask you this now. As far as child support and the way the family court system is set up, do you feel like it's fair and in favor of the woman and the man, or do you feel like it's more in favor of the woman?
Now, this is my opinion, and I'll be as subjective as I possibly can.
Right.
So here's the thing. I believe, depending on who you ask me, give you a different opinion. From my opinion and personal experience is that
Right.
I think it's more geared towards the mom. And reason being is that the mom is the one that's actually providing for the child. Number one. Number two, the mom is there. She's the one that's giving birth. She's, everything is, where's your mom? You know what I mean? Mom is where it's at. Dad is, they always have the same, maybe, I forgot what the saying is. Yeah,
Papa,
which is,
maybe.
yeah, it's something like that, which is so crazy because that's how society view us. Like, we can come in and out. We have an option of coming in and out. But that's not the case. You have fathers out there that love their children, but they just don't want to deal with the nonsense. But the courts now use that, I personally believe, to break up especially the black family.
Fellas, let me say something to you that could possibly save your life. If you're in a relationship and you're not ready for children, you're going to have to take responsibility for birth control. What do I mean by that? Now, we all know that sex feels better without a condom, but so much responsibility comes with that. So if you're in a relationship and the woman you're with is telling you she's on a birth control pill and she takes a pill every day and don't worry about it, don't take her word for it. Because basically what you're doing is you're putting your life and your future in her hands. I know guys who were in relationships and the girl they was with stopped taking the pill and she got pregnant. Now the guys end up with a child that they didn't want. So fellas, do not put that much power in a woman's hands when it comes to your life and your future. You're going to have to take responsibility for birth control. Just remember that. Now, last but certainly not least, I want to talk about postpartum. Because like I said earlier in the video, I'm pretty sure most men have never heard of postpartum. And if they have heard of it, they probably still don't even know what it is. Because I really didn't know before I started doing research for this video. But basically, postpartum is a depression that occurs in women after childbirth. And who better to talk about postpartum than a woman who has went through it? Let's listen.
As black Muslim women, especially black women in this country, it's like we're not allowed to even get sick. 125. I think we've all gone through ups and downs as far as our health is concerned. But when I had my first child, who's right now 15 years old, I went through postpartum depression that manifested in different way than it manifests in a lot of people. I noticed the change probably within the first 3 months that I got pregnant with my son. I think the feelings at the time was not wanting to get out of bed, nothing exciting me, no matter what. I remember the first episode that I had that wasn't very public. I had gone at least 11 days without sleeping. I fully realized that it was postpartum depression when I had my daughter, because when I found somebody that, really listened to me.
Now, the reason I wanted to touch on postpartum in this video is because I believe that's one of the reasons why a lot of couples break up after having a child. I mean, and I'm pretty sure most men are confused, I mean, they're supposed to be happy they just had a child, but yet their woman is acting crazy. And you might say, what is her issue? And she hasn't even been diagnosed with it, so she don't even know. So I'm pretty sure that could push a man away, and I'm pretty sure that could definitely cause some breakups. So men, if you just had a child and your woman is acting a little weird, she might be suffering from postpartum depression. You might want to do some research and have more patience. If you love her, you're going to have more patience. I know it might get crazy. I know her mouth might be reckless right now. More patience and more prayer. Hey, I hope you not only like this video, I hope you also learned something. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share. And remember, I'm not only your host, I'm also your brother. I am Brother Nice.